Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back once again for the channel for another video. And inside today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on my Canadian based stock portfolio and show you guys what stocks that I'm going to be buying in today's video. So just a quick little update if you guys are brand new to the channel. This channel is all about investing in the Canadian market and it's all about consistently buying good solid Canadian stocks. My goal in this channel is to help beginners. It's a very beginner focused channel and we really just work with the basics here, the fundamentals, but at the end of the day, that's really all you need to succeed in the investing world. And as I've shown you guys, you don't really need to complicate things. As long as you guys follow the basics and you just buy good solid companies and you follow the fundamentals, you should see some pretty good solid success in the stock market. And that's really what this channel is all about. So showing you guys, like, you don't have to be an expert, you don't have to be some special person who can pick stocks. You just need to follow some pretty basics and stick with it. And if you do that, you will definitely have success in the stock market. And like I mentioned previously, the focus on this channel is for beginners and we love Canadian dividend stocks. Alright, so really quickly guys, let's do a quick little update on the portfolio. I'll show you guys how our stocks have been doing, give you guys an update on our portfolio, and let's see how our stocks have been doing since we first started investing back in January of 2020. Alright guys, so here's a quick little update on the portfolio before we go any further inside the video. So the portfolio is in a TFSA on Wealthsimple Trade. We have $26,000 in our total portfolio, and over the past day, which would be today, this morning, we are down negative $22, which is about 0% or so, or something like that. So the stock portfolio kind of opened up today at, I guess, kind of just sitting around neutral, not too much happening there. Over the past week, we are down negative 1%, so stocks have actually dropped a tiny bit. But over the past month, we were up 5%, so lots of growth in the past month. As you guys can see, lots of growth. I put a lot of money inside over the past like 2 or 3 months, so we've really seen that growth come into the portfolio. And like I mentioned, this really is a long-term growth-based portfolio. You can kind of just see like things just consistently going up here. Over the past 8 months, we were up $1,900, almost $2,000, going from 1 month to 3 months. You know, almost double the money. And over the past year, we are currently up $3,000, which is 13%. I know it's not a crazy number, but guys, I'm here to tell you that when it comes to the stock market, and mostly Canadian stocks, to be up 13% is not too shabby. And this mostly is because we invested into companies when everything was down, and we got some nice good returns here. And I think this year is going to be a pretty good year for the Canadian stock market. We do have some US stocks, but mostly Canadian stocks here. And all time, the portfolio is up 11%, which is about $2,600 or so. So the portfolio has been doing pretty good. And like I mentioned, you know, it's just consistent growth over time. And just really quickly guys, I want to ask you guys for a big favor. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a big solid favor and smash that like button. And if you guys want to follow us alongside with me as we continue to build out this portfolio, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want, I'll throw some affiliate links in the descriptions of this video if you guys want to sign up to Wealthsimple Trade or just use somebody's referral code. So one thing really quickly I want to talk about really quickly, as you guys probably have noticed, if you are new to the channel, you might not be aware, but when I first started this portfolio, I was really putting just a couple $100 a month. But over the past couple months, you know, we've really kind of grown things. And I got a comment the other day from a viewer who was asking, like, how can they realistically kind of do the same thing with their portfolio? And I'm just here to tell you guys that this has been like me growing as an individual, me cutting back my expenses and trying to put as much money as I can inside my portfolio. And I'm just going to tell you guys really quickly that you don't need to compare yourself to others. Just do what works for you. You know, like in the beginning, I wasn't putting a lot of money into the market, but over time, my income has grown. You know, since I started this YouTube channel, you know, you guys have been an amazing help to me, and all the, you know, the money that the channel raises and whatnot goes directly into my stock portfolio, and you're starting to see a reflection of that. But in the end, guys, you know, start off small and do what works for you. You know, don't compare yourself to others. Just slowly work at it, and I guarantee you guys will see success. And over time, you know, your income will grow and your stock portfolio will go alongside with it. And remember, as a beginner, the key thing to remember is to buy good quality stocks here. You know, don't go after the growth stocks, don't go after the penny stocks, don't go after like the small cap stocks. Stick with the good ones for now, and then over time, as you learn more, you can maybe dibble and dabble in some other stocks if you like. But I highly recommend that you guys, if you are a beginner, like I have here, you know, very much so focus on the good quality, solid companies that have been around forever and just continue to do well. Alright, so now we're going to talk about some of the holdings, and I'm going to show you guys what stocks I'm going to be buying. for today, and it's not going to be anything new here. It's going to be the same old. One thing I want to point out is I did do some calculations for my TFSA. I actually am pretty close to maxing out my TFSA. I have about $5,000 left to put inside my TFSA. So I'm going to be kind of focusing on some certain stocks for the TFSA. And one of the big ones I'm going to be focusing on is US stocks, because I do want to bring the portfolio, the US ETF we have here, VFV, to be about, I would say about 30% of the portfolio, because at that point we won't be able to put any more money inside of our TFSA. We'll be maxed out. So I do want to bring that up a little bit, so that it is something I'm going to be focusing on today. So the first stock I'm going to be buying is a bunch of shares into VFV. I'm going to put about $400. Sounds like a lot of money, but I'm going to do this because I really want to bring this up to 30% before my TFSA maxes out, because then I won't be able to put any more money in. So I'll put about $400 into VFV. And I also want to mention that I have been buying ETFs on a somewhat regular basis on days when I don't do any videos. And the reason why I do this is because I know, like, when it comes to ETFs, they're really not that interesting. It's the same old thing, you know, you can just buy them forever and they'll continue to do good. So that's why I don't really do them all the time on these videos. I just kind of do them sometimes. So just kind of keep in mind, if you see like big jumps in the portfolio, it's mostly because I'm just buying ETFs. When it comes to individual stocks, I mostly always do videos when I buy them, so you guys can just get an idea of, like, you know, if you're to buy individual stocks, what kind of stocks I'd recommend. And like usual, looking at a stock like Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp, they're still down quite a bit. I've been buying them a lot over the past month because the stock is down quite a bit. If we go over the past week, the stock is down 1%, and over the past month it is down 5%. So, you know, big dip. It's a good company. It's a good solid company. They focus on lots of renewable energy. They're just a fastly growing company, and I have been buying them, and I think they are a steal of a deal, and I think a lot of people are saying so as well. So I'm going to put about $50 or $60 in Algonquin Power and Utilities. We're going to buy 3 shares to bring it up to about 2% of the portfolio. We're currently down, like I mentioned, 5%. So I definitely want to kick that up a little bit. So Algonquin Power and Utilities, like, I think most people mention this or are actually buying the stock right now. So it definitely should go up, and we should see them do well over the next little while. So that's the first individual stock I'm buying. And the second stock I want to focus on is some of the REITs, because once again, I want to get the monthly income inside the portfolio growing, because once we hit our contribution max, we won't be able to put in any more money really in. So I'd like to get some of the monthly dividend income going. And the big stocks that have monthly dividend income are actually the REITs, and the REITs have performed pretty decently well. The 2 REITs we have are H&R REIT, which is done pretty decently, and then we have RioCan, which is probably the more safer buy. RioCan is just one of the biggest REITs. Again, I've been talking about them for a while here, and the big reason I'm investing in them is just because REITs got hit so much since the pandemic. If we go over the past 5 years to see a more accurate representation of this, you can see RioCan got hit pretty hard, and they're still not even close to recovering. Over the past year, it's up 57%. That's just growth from the pandemic. So again, you know, I still think there's tons of growth in this company. I still think it's super undervalued. I think REITs will recover eventually, and I think buying these REITs in moderation at these lower prices is really a steal of the deal. If we look at a lot of stocks that haven't recovered from the pandemic yet, most stocks are kind of recovering, like the big banks. A lot of the big Canadian stocks have, for the vast majority of them, have recovered, but the REITs are still recovering. So I think this is still good opportunities to buy them. And like I said, I'm not going super crazy, but I'm going to put about $100 to RioCan, because I do believe in the long-term potential of this company. We currently have 92 shares, which is about $1,800, which is quite a bit of the portfolio at 7%, but I'm okay with that. And our total gain over the past year or so is about 10%. So not too shabby, especially with its nice dividend yield that RioCan has. So we'll put that order through, and that's going to be all the stocks that I'm buying in today's video. So to give you guys a quick little update, we're on month number 15 of the portfolio. So we've had the portfolio for about over a year now, and my best advice I can give you guys, and I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's to be consistent. You know, whether you're putting, you know, $1,000 a month inside a portfolio or $50 a month in your portfolio. And in my portfolio, I've actually had some months where I literally put like $100 in the portfolio, and then the next month I had a little bit of free cash and I put $1,000 in. But it doesn't really matter. The whole point here is to be consistent, even if it's just a little bit of cash. You know, your income's going to fluctuate over time. Just put as much money as you can and just do your best. And if you guys be consistent, I guarantee that you would do better than most people and you'll have some success. And one thing I think is really helpful is to actually see that dividend income grow on a regular basis. So what I like to do is I have this cool little spreadsheet. I'll just show you guys in just a second here, where I actually kept track of all the income all the money and all the dividend income this portfolio has made me on a monthly basis. So let's check that out and let's see how, you know, the dividend income on this portfolio can grow, so you guys can visually see how the portfolio is kind of like making me passive income as time goes on. Here's a dividend income for you guys if you guys are curious, and I do like to show this because it is super inspiring for beginner investors to see this money grow, and I think this is what people like to see the most. And I can tell you guys, as an investor, when you're going through like periods of uncertainty, or you're just doing the monthly daily grind of investing your money and slowly growing that portfolio, one of the nice things that's going to make you feel good about things is seeing money regularly coming into your account. It's just such a nice feeling here. So you guys can see, like, when you first start this portfolio, not a lot of money, but it slowly grew, and it kept growing quickly up to $44 in September. And March, we're about March 22nd right now. We still have a couple more dividend stocks paying towards the end of the month, but we're at an all-time high of $59, almost. It'll probably be around $60 to $70, maybe, probably not 70, but about $60 to $65 by the end of the month. So all-time highs in regards to dividend income, and quite a bit of growth over the past couple months. So I'm super happy about this, and like I mentioned all the time, we are taking those dividends and we're reinvesting them so we can get some nice compound interest and growth going inside the portfolio. Like I mentioned earlier, I think one of the biggest problems that a lot of people have, not even just with investing, but doing any kind of long-term goal, is that you don't kind of visually see things, and there's like this empty space in between point A and point C or point D, and that's like the emptiness where you're not sure about what's going to happen, right? It might be putting your money in today, and then 5 years from now, that money growing, you're not really sure what's going to happen. You know, the market's going to go up and down. You're going to have that little self-doubt and whatnot. So when it comes to investing, one of the main reasons why I made this channel was to give you guys a visual representation of money going into the market and how your money kind of goes up and down and how your portfolio can grow. And I think this is very helpful for beginners. And I kind of found, when I first started investing, I found this type of content the most helpful, because it really shows you how things go, and it kind of fills in the gaps between, like I mentioned, between point A and point D, or point Z, or whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. It shows you how things go along the way. So that's why I made this channel, and that's why I think these video series are very helpful for a lot of people. And once again, guys, to be fully transparent and show you guys that I'm not actually lying about this stuff, and to just give you guys once again some more visualization representations, because I feel that is so important for beginner investors and people just to see this as they go, to fully grasp how things work. Here's the dividends that we got from the companies over the past little while. We have one dividend from on March 19th of Manulife. We have Savaria Corp, SIS ticker, gave us a dividend of 72 cents. Big payment from Manulife, like I mentioned, I do have a lot of holdings. VDY was our biggest dividend ETF by far, paying us $26. RioCan paying us $6. H&R REIT paying us $6. Enbridge paying us $2.51. Fortis paying us $5, and so forth and so forth. You guys can see from the previous months. So once again, just a quick little visualizations how the dividends work. The money goes into your account, then we take that money and then we just invest it into stocks whenever we have enough money to buy a few more shares. So hope you guys enjoyed that quick little update on what actual stocks are paying me dividends. And like I said, I just think it's important that beginners see this and you guys get a good idea of how this stuff works. And to close this video up really quickly, guys, last but not least, because my goal as an investor is to 100% one day hopefully live off my dividend income, or even just the dividend income in the stock appreciation over time, I made this cool little spreadsheet to inspire myself and maybe inspire you guys and just have some fun. It's completely for fun. It's not to be taken seriously, and I don't follow it. It's just like a representation, but I made this sheet that focuses on everything I bought with my dividends. And this week I bought a new video game. I bought a PC game. It's called Diablo 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I've been playing that, and it's been super fun. So as you guys can see, I bought a bunch of things over time that I kind of pretend to be with my dividend income, but it's just a cool little way to inspire you guys and have some fun with dividend investing. And I've had a lot of value from it. It's teaching me to save my money, and also teaching me just to learn and appreciate new things in life. All right, so that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll put a link to some end screens where you guys can see some more videos if you guys want to watch some more content from me. But other than that, guys, once again, if you guys enjoyed the video, please sure to give it a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to follow alongside with me as I do these videos. Take care, have yourself a good one, and enjoy your week.